This is the usual starting point every morning. It's just a case of coming down to Irish ferries. Now normally the ferry would be in about 6 o'clock, 5 past, 10 past 6, but I think it's a little bit later today. It's near 25 past 6 now, and there's still the majority of the vehicles are still just coming off the boat there. I met them just outside the gate. We have to pick up a trailer here, and it's going to our usual spot over in Crumlin. But it's like, if the boat's just in, it could very well be 7 o'clock or after 7 o'clock by the time I get the trailer. And if it's 7 o'clock by the time I get the trailer, it's going to be 7:45 before I get there, I might be lucky, it might be off, but I seriously doubt it. And if it's not, it's going to be 7:45 or 8 o'clock before I get to where I'm going. Traffic, you have to be out of here. You really have to be out of here by 6:30, Any later than that, and it's not going to work for you, Oh Lord. Yeah, it's so hard to be fucking humble when you're perfect in every way. Well, we were lucky actually. We got our trailer quicker than I thought. Normally, I've actually waited up to an hour after the boat came in to get my trailer. Now the boat was a few minutes late coming in, but I had my trailer at a reasonable time. I got my trailer, I think, just after 6:30. Maybe 25 to 7, and it's now 7:15. So we're still in. We have to be down in this place we're supposed to be down here for 7:30. It's the Samuel Beckett. Now I've positioned myself in the middle of the road. I've said this before on the videos that this goes down to one lane here. It gets narrow, and what happens is you have the buses have a bus lane, and then there's a lane here. And what happens is the buses all go up the bus lane and they have to get out. So it means everybody in this lane has to wait for them to go. So no, I'll be fine. I'm fine now. I have my road position taken up. Unfortunately, I spilt my tea. So my tea is all gone. And as usual, it's all over the floor. You're a bleeding maggot, Ned. I'm not a maggot, Mo. I'm just unlucky, Mo. Sometimes my tea spills. It just shows you the difference. You can actually, when you do get a run of the lights like that, and you're proactive about your driving, you're not, twiddling with the radio or looking for your this or you're looking for if you're concentrating completely and totally, and that's the only way you can survive in the city. You have to be 110% focused on what you're doing, because like in my last video where you saw the guy running out from between the bus and the van, and then as the lights went green on another junction, you have this girl that's walking down underneath. So you have to literally be 100% focused on what you're doing. If you're on a motorway, you can kind of daydream and stuff like that, because you're all going the same direction, and there's no pedestrians and there's no cyclists, and there's no chance someone doing something stupid. Well, very little chance. But when you're in the city centre, you really have to be, as I said, 100% focused. You have to watch everything all the time, because it just like that, cyclist, pedestrian, a car, anything can happen. See what happened there? That's exactly what I mean. That clown in front of me there was in a left turn lane. And when he got out of the left turn lane, he decided he was going to go straight on rather than turning left and come up on the inside of me. See, that's exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. You can't trust them at all. You know, and literally a couple of seconds after I'd said it, and it happens, you know, you just, and it, you know, I mean, anyone can make a mistake, but he didn't make a mistake. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew where he was going. And it showed then when, after I blew the horn and flashed the lights, there was no sign whatsoever of any kind of an apology or sorry about that or hand up or hazards or anything. He just drove on and completely ignored me. Now, what I actually felt like doing is, I felt like getting out and punching him in the face. That's what I felt like doing, because that you know, that's a potential accident situation there that he has caused, right, through his own ignorance, right? And now I'm actually, my adrenaline levels have now rose from a sort of a, you know, a heightened sort of being on sort of, you know, guard to being actually potentially involved in an accident. And that's what happens in a city centre situation when you have people like that who don't have any respect. They don't care. He doesn't care that he's in the wrong lane. He doesn't care that he's going to pull in front of me. He doesn't care. I see the guards there pulling people that are in the bus lane, and he's dead right, absolutely dead right, 100%, and I agree with him there wholeheartedly. Everybody else queuing in lane number 1 and 2, and the other people seem to think that it's okay to drive into the bus lane. It's not okay. Bus lanes in operation in most areas in the city from 7 AM until 7 PM. Before and after that you can do what you like in them, but in between those times you must not drive in the bus lane. And the Gardaí are doing the right thing there, because it's very frustrating for other motorists to be sitting in traffic while other people just sail past them in the bus lane. So credit where credit's due to the Gardaí on that one. He's a motorcycle guy, and he's dead right. He's doing the right thing. The likes of that is it's such an annoyance and frustration to other people. When you get, and you see, the thing about it is, right, 90% of these people are serial offenders. They didn't just, you know, they're not on their way in to Dublin for the first time and decide, oh, is this the right lane to be in? These are serial offenders who go to work the same way every day and jump in the bus lane the same day. They get into the bus lane every single day and they jump the queue of traffic. Now, it's nice to see them getting caught, because the only way to deal with those people is to fine them and give them penalty points on their licence. It's the only way to do it, because then they'll stop it. It's the ones who get away with it and get away with it and get away with it, but eventually they get caught. I know there's some of you probably watching this who are trying to place me, trying to think to yourself, what kind of an accent does he have? Where is that accent from? Now, the way I've always found it is that people from Dublin especially think I'm from the country. And then when I'm talking to people from the country, they think, oh, you have a Dublin accent. So I think it's a mishmash, I suppose, really, or a piebald, as I would describe myself. There's a taxi up here that's really crawling, and even though I don't like to do it, he's going way too slow. He's going absolutely crawling there. Do you see him in the red high ace? He's going way too slow. And because of the traffic and how light it is, I'm able to do that without. It's not a case of, you know, this lane is all busy and you're queue jumping. I'm not. He's going way too slow. The garage is empty this morning. Not a whole lot going on here yet, but I think one of the Mercedes is in for a service and Niall is doing it. And the headlight. Boom lights. Thank you. I knew I'd always get my name in lights. Now this is our kitchen. Water's nice and hot. Spoiled here really. We have 2 showers in there, TV, fridge, 2 microwaves, cooker, toaster, and a dishwasher. No half measures here at DG. Will I get a docket for that? It's in the back, is it? Cheers lads, thanks. The boys have put a docket in the back for me. Now, so my delivery in the yard is complete.
Repeat after me. I'm not going to break anything today.
Thanks, John.
Try and do what I tell you.
I every day I do. That's John Quinn. He's the maintenance manager, and he said, try and not break anything today. Oh my God, as if I would. Yeah, bleeding wrecker, Ned. I've just left the yard there, and there's something. It's very hard to drive when there's something annoying you. And this kettle is annoying me. It just go rattle, rattle, rattle the whole way. Where's my tea? Mo, will you just give me a second, Mo? I'm very busy this morning. I'll make your tea as soon as we get over to LED, Mo. Your tea will be on the cooker, Mo. I'll promise you I'll make it for you, Mo. All right, so Ned, hurry up. Yes, Mo, I'm going the quick as I can, Mo. Don't panic me, Mo, because when I get panicky, I get all flustered, Mo. All right, yeah, sorry. Yes, okay, Mo. Now you just go and look out the window, Mo. Never mind me, Mo. Don't hit that truck. I wasn't going to hit the truck, Mo. You're bleeding close to it, Ned. Mo, I was a mile away from it. You were not. Mo, just leave me alone now, please. You're going to distract me, Mo. It's a handy load for you. It was a handy one. How are you doing? 10 pallets.
10 pallets.
I'll probably swing around here like that as best and face this way, yeah? Whenever he's finished. No, whenever. Oh no, whenever he's finished. Whenever he's finished, I'll wait for him to go and then I'll come in. I'm just in the fridge.
Okay. You're in gone? No.
Huh?
You?
Me?
Yeah. Go. I'll finish. He's gone?
Yeah, as far as I know. I'll make a phone call, but as far as I know, when I was empty here, I was to ring the office.
Okay. You go cut in here.
That's fine, yeah. Whenever he's finished there, yeah. That's dead on, no bother.
25 minutes, I'm going to move cleaner.
Yeah. Fine, yeah. No problem. Not sure what that was all about, but I have one of Burns. No, but he won't be able to get out then. No, he won't be able to get out. If I pull here, he can't go. He has to wait then for me to go, so when he's finished and gone, I'll come in then. Because there's another one behind. Okay. Definitely don't know what he was on about now. He wants me to go in there, but sure, if I pull in there, it's just going to block Goggins in. So, I ain't going to do that. 3 steps to hardship. What's the delay, Ned? Well, Mo, I'll tell you what the delay is, Mo. Mr. Goggins here is not finished yet, Mo. Well, tell him to bleed and hurry up, would you? Well, Mo, if you went out and gave him a hand, he might be a little bit quicker, Mo. We'd be bollocked, give him a hand. Not getting paid, Ned. We're not getting paid to give out either, Mo, but it doesn't stop you, does it? It's just 10 pallets. The last one. The one we were looking for. Trying to get down without breaking my neck. Hi. Good man. Thank you. La 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 la. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye bye. Pavel. Now I have a slight problem here because when I was swinging around there, my airline broke. I'll show you exactly what I mean. See, this is the, look at, it's almost severed. So that's not going to work, is it? I'll just stick it back on there. It's safer on there anyway until I get back to the yard. I'm going to have to drive with it off, because I'm not going to be able to drive with that with that air on, because it's just going to keep piling out of it. Right, back we go. Ha ha! Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Shh! Catch ya! Oi the toe! Oh, quiet! Might as well just, while I'm in here, give her a little bit of oil. Just give her a drop. just poured in. Don't know if you can see that there. Hopefully you can. Just untangle my Susies. They get very brittle after a while, don't they? They get like really hard, don't they?
They're big wide ones aren't they?
They're not what, sorry? Oh, right, yeah.
What the fuck is this thing in? Awful fuck.
Hey, come here, hey, stop giving out now.
I think it was mobile.
You can blame me. You can blame me. How'd you guess, Steve-O? And I wouldn't mind, but Quinn said to me, do me a favour, don't break anything today. He said that to me this morning. I nearly kept my promise, John. I nearly made it to 5 o'clock. Are they the new job now, are they?
What?
These are the new ones, are they?
Just they're not a stretchy job, they're
Not as brittle.
not as brittle as the other ones.
Yeah. They're the right job, aren't they? 100% Niall, thanks a million. Thank you. You know you're used to the Formula 1. There's a memorial belonging to some young guy who was knocked down at these set of lights, and his plaque is there. He's a young Dublin chap from this area, and I'm going to visit that now. I'm going to include that in one of my memorial sections of the video. So we're here at the memorial for Lee Henry, and that's Lee there. That's the picture of him there, and these are flags, Dublin flags, that were left by people, friends of his. In loving memory of Lee Henry, tragically fell asleep on the 22nd of October 2016. Sadly missed by your family and friends. There is a star in heaven, it comes out every night. I know that star is you, Lee. You come to say goodnight. Lee Henry, who was killed at this spot. Yeah, I just got a text from Lucas, and he's based in Sligo. He's a mechanic, and he wants to go driving trucks, and he was asking me, you know, would I have any tips for new drivers? Well, everyone has been a new driver at some stage, and I know I was a new driver. Back in 1992 I started, and I had an awful time when I started. And the reason was I was a panicker, and I still am to an extent. I panic. When things don't go right, I panic. And I learned the hard way that when you panic is the time that you're going to do damage. So somebody starting out, the first thing I would say to them is don't panic. No matter what happens, if you panic, the situation is just going to get worse. In other words, if you're going into this place for the first time and you drive down this road, your sat-nav says turns left and you turn left, and it's a one-way street or something, or it's a dead end and you can't get out. If you're not an experienced driver, what you will do is, first of all, the mist will come down, blind panic, right? Then you're going to try and get out, and you're going to try and reverse out. You need to calm down, you need to get out of the truck, walk down, see if you can turn around. If you can't, put your hazard lights on, walk back, see if you can get someone on the street to guide you out. Don't panic, because that's the time you'll do damage. It's happened to me on numerous occasions. Things have happened, I panicked, bang, damage done. Now, the second thing I would say for a new driver, and I'm just going basically on my own experience, I'm not lecturing anybody, and I know there's people say, oh well, you know, I wouldn't panic and all this, but the second thing I would say is, when you're dealing with a company, whether you're doing international work or whether you're doing Irish work or whatever, always make sure you have the information, right? And if someone says to you, oh, go to the yard and pick up trailer such and such, and you're thinking, did he say 106 or 107? Oh God, I don't want to ring him because he'll probably think I'm a fool. Mistake. Always ring. If you're not sure about anything, if you're not sure where you're going, if you're not sure about the paperwork, if there's anything you're not sure of, anything at all, ring. You know, because the first thing they're going to say to you when something goes wrong is, Why didn't you ring? We would have told you. Happened to me as well. You know, did he say this? Did he say that? Oh, I wasn't sure. And then, look, I don't want to look like a fool ringing, so I'll just do it this way. And then something goes wrong and they're saying, why didn't you ring? They're the two things I would say, the most important things I would say to people starting off. Number one, the most important thing, and I can't emphasize this enough, do not panic. Never panic. If the trailer falls off the back of the truck in the middle of the road, don't panic. It's not an easy thing to do, but it happened to me in the middle of Italy. I drove into this place looking for a meat factory, ended up in between two high-rise blocks of flats on a cobblestone road, got to the top of the road, couldn't go left, couldn't go right, a load of cars behind me. What did I do? I'd learned my lesson and I didn't panic. I put on the hazard lights, I pulled the handbrake, and I got out my little Bunsen burner and I made a cup of tea. And there was people shouting from up all directions, and I just sat there calmly because I didn't speak Italian and there was no point in trying to talk to anyone that was around me. And I waited for the police, and the police moved the cars out of the way, and then I was able to drive and go about my way. If I'd have panicked, I would have tried maybe to turn at the top of the road because people were panicking me from behind, and I would have more than likely did damage to a car, and then it's too late. So never panic and always ask questions. The very first time I went onto a boat was in December 1992, and it was for Richard Morris, and I was going to Italy. I never forget it. Farmer Boy was the name of the place. I was going to in Modena in Italy. Now, Italy might as well have been in Azerbaijan for all I knew. I was going to follow one of Iggy Madden's, and I followed his back door the whole way to the bottom of Mont Blanc. So I actually learned nothing on that entire trek from Calais because all I was doing was watching the back of an Iggy Madden trailer. So when I got down to the P&O, I was late getting to the P&O, and your man said to me, he says, okay, he says, reverse up that ramp. And I'm looking up into this black hole on the boat, and I'm thinking to myself, I haven't got a hope of doing this. I have no idea. So I attempted it a few times and got halfway up, and when I couldn't see where I was going, I panicked and I put on my brake. And then when I tried to go again, the wheels were jumping because I had no traction. So, of course, the sweat was pouring off me at this stage, you know, and everyone looking down laughing at me. And there was a guy, and I know if he's watching this, send me a message and let me know what your name is. A guy from Walsh Western, actually, came over to me and said, do you want me to put that on for you? And I said to him, you know, would you mind, you know? And he said, not at all. And he said, look, don't worry about them laughing up there at you. He said, anyone that never made a mistake never learned anything. And he said, them lads should have been helping you, not laughing at you. So I jumped out of the truck, he jumped in, and he reversed it up the ramp, and the boat, because the boat was actually delayed at this stage. But that Walsh Western fella, and I never forgot for it, you know. The reason I'm staying in this lane, people say, what are you doing in the outside lane there? There's two lanes. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because the left lane continues on to the airport, and the right lane actually brings me out onto the N1, which I need to be on. And you can see it here, look, airport, left lane, airport. Belfast Swords in this lane. That's the reason I'm in this lane. I'm not hogging, I'm just in this lane because it's the lane that I need to be in.
In 3 kilometers at junction 3, take the R125 exit to Ashford, Swords.
Look at these two. Look straight in across the chevrons, right? Straight in across the chevrons. He wasn't going to wait. You know, absolutely no manners whatsoever. The two of them, the two expressways, straight in across the chevrons, in on top of me. You know, they had plenty of time to do that, but they had no manners. No manners whatsoever. And this bus decided now the same thing. Swords Express thought he was going to get up past me, and now he's got to get in behind me. Just ignorance, you know. It's not just always car drivers. Them fellas, they couldn't wait. They had to saw me coming and said, oh, I'm gonna get in front of the truck here, and it doesn't matter if I'm gonna cut across the chevrons in on top of them. I'm getting in. I mean, that's ignorant. That's bad manners, bad driving, and it's ignorance. And I'm surprised actually at Dublin Bus or Bus Éireann. And I just gave him a beep as you heard going by, just to let him know I wasn't happy with what he did. I was going to let him in anyway. But he didn't have to bull his way across the chevrons, and that's exactly what he did. The two of them did it. back it out. So that's us done here in Swords on Friday morning. So all I have to do now is, well, not all I have to do, I mean, it's only the start of the day. It's just gone, just 20 to 10. Here comes one awards, and I'm going to get out of his way now because I want to, I'm finished. So I'll just text them that I'm ready. Do you see them wars? See that? I just want to show you a look. They have some lovely plant. They're based in Uri. Now they have a seriously lovely Scania. And he's going to try and back here, so I'll get out of his way. I'll get out of his way, let him. There he is there. He's backing up there. This is not easy, I'll tell you that now. Get out and have a look because I can't see. Brake share here and there, squeaking a bit. Oh gosh. ain't easy now, I'll tell you that. It ain't easy. Because you see, you get too close to there and that's what happens. People have hit that. They've scraped their trailer off the wall and they've clipped that pillar a few times as well. But it's in, it's done. Roadside Memorial in memory of Stephen Dugan, the 24th of the 12th, 1980. And died on the 8th of the 10th, 2006. Love always from Chloe. Dear Dad, a guiding hand, a heart of gold, memories of you I can tenderly hold. Less than 2 miles where Stephen Dugan died on the northbound carriageway of the N2, which is this carriageway northbound in the direction of Carrickmacross. We have a white cross here and it's in loving memory of Owen O'Neill, who died on the 5th of May 2014. Love Mum, Dad and all the family. Gone with the angels. And there's a little plaque down here, Little Angel. A big traffic job here on the M50. Seems to be moving all right. I could come off at the Ballymun exit and go the back road, but I'll just go on to the next one, come off at Finglas instead. It's moving all right. Heavy but moving. Bit like you, Ned. Heavy but moving. I'm not heavy, Mo. I'm just 201 pounds. I'll have you know, Mo. Huh. Yeah, bag of shite. Mo, do you have to use expletives in every single sentence, Mo? Try to keep the conversation clean, Mo. There are people who are watching that mightn't understand your gutter language, Mo. Gutter language? Right, Ned, yeah.